Our 8th Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine Power Plays of the Week have a similar theme: great games. We open with MidCounty Madness as Nederland hosted Port Neches Groves in the Bum Phillips Bowl.
Jeff Power alongside Bob West from the Port Arthur News. Port Neches Groves, of course, the Indians battling Nederland here. Nederland coming into the game 3-3, 3-0 in district. Port Neches Groves 5-1, also 3-0 in district. Your thoughts, Bob?
Well, Nederland has gotten on a roll. They've won 3 in a row after losing 3 in a row, but this is their biggest challenge of the season tonight. Port Neches Groves averages 46 points and 500 yards a game. Great quarterback, great running back, great receiver. Really a challenge to defend. Nederland's got to control the ball, run the ball, control the clock.
And Bob, your thoughts about the Bum Phillips Award that's going to be presented after the game. After all, Bum Phillips passed away a year ago tomorrow this time, and he coached both of these teams, Nederland and Port Neches.
And he coached right here on this field, Jeff, and I'm so excited about this. Bum Phillips meant an awful lot to me. He was such a great guy, a great person in addition to being a good coach. There is so much excitement in the community over this trophy. It was already an incredible rivalry. Now this is the carrot on the icing, the cherry on top, whatever you want to call it. But it is a really special deal because of Bum Phillips.
If you haven't seen the trophy, check it out. Here's what the players had to say about it.
Not very often a high school team has a bowl game they get to play. And just the fact that we have a trophy that we get to keep here for a year if we beat them and just rub that in their face even more, it's great.
Bum Phillips is a legend, so is Wade Phillips, and it means a lot for us to be able to get to compete with, that type of title, with those type of guys, who are overlooking us. It's crazy, not any other school in the nation can say that.
It makes the game that much more hype, He was a great man, and he coached at both schools, so that makes it a little bit more hype.
The trophy looks good. We're ready to go.
Charlie Jellin along with Bob West as the Port Neches Groves Indians take the field, and you hear the tolling bell. That's the Nederland Bulldogs arriving.
Yeah, and you see Wade shaking hands with all the kids. It's got to be a thrill for these kids. Most of them, didn't remember Bum Phillips or had to be told who he was, but they're old enough to have seen Wade on the sidelines in Dallas and Houston. I think that's a real thrill for them.
Say under center. Takes the ball, hands it to Crouch. Touchdown, Nederland.
So the Bulldogs get first blood. Austin Crouch off left guard.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Say with the keeper. Bounces it outside. He's broken containment. Gets inside the 20. A great move. Gets him to the 5. Sage Say. Touchdown.
What a run by Sage Say.
Short passes. Definitely working for the Indians right now. Again, fake the handoff. Moore sets up, going deep for the home run ball.
Got a man.
Sparks,
Touchdown.
wide open touchdown.
And that's what you needed if you're PNG. That's a good answer, an emphatic answer, and that will really help their confidence.
35-yard touchdown pass. Adam Morse to Caleb Sparks. He is a sophomore running back. He gets the ball again. He's going to make it in. Touchdown, Port Neches Groves. Lead in the District 22 5A championship. Both these teams undefeated. Handoff to Crouch. He hits the wall. Got in. Says the referee.
Did get there. I didn't think he got there.
Side judge says he got in. Crouch scores for the second time in the game.
Starting to look like one of those deals where the last team with the ball wins.
Morris rolls to his right. Oh, and that's a touchdown. I tell you what, Caleb Sparks is going to outrun everybody. Fantastic pass by Adam Morse to Sparks. Oh, wow. They fake the speed sweep. Say throws deep. He's got a guy open. Connor Perkins. Touchdown! Touchdown!
Goodness, what a football game. What a great throw by Sage Say.
Over the top from 34 yards out. Connor Perkins from Sage Say. Quarterback Adam Morse rolls to his left. Special route into the corner. Morse has to try and take it himself. He's going to be tackled at the 3. Nederland holds ball game. 35-28. Nederland defeats Port Neches Groves.
What a game, yeah. It's so much heart from both teams. but Nederland came through at the end.
Austin Krauts, what's it like to hold that trophy? You're the first team to win this trophy, and you beat Port Neches Groves for the 5 straight years. That's never been done before in this rivalry.
It's a great feeling. We were looking at it all week in the bank, and Port Neches, all the pictures of it. We wanted it so bad, and we came out here and we did what we did to get it.
What a special night it was for your father, who passed away a year ago tomorrow. Thoughts about what this would mean for him to see this entire moment and know that Port Neches Groves in Nederland is a part of his entire life.
Yeah, he's up there smiling somewhere. I know that for sure. I mean, you couldn't have had a better game, and I know he enjoyed it. He enjoyed football, and everybody enjoyed this game.
Very good. Wade Phillips, Austin Krauts, thank you so much. Congratulations on your win. Nederland wins it 35-28. Back to the studios.
Let's head up towards the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex as Ennis hosted John Tyler High School. It was tied at 14 at the break. Ennis led 21-20 after 3 quarters. Giovanni McAllister had 209 yards passing, including this TD pass to Damian Miller for John Tyler. Jeremy Wilson added 3 touchdowns to go with 73 yards rushing for JT. As for the Ennis Lions, well, they had their own answer with Trey Elliott scoring from 45 yards out. Ennis wins it 30-27, making it 4-0 in district. Now we go out to Pottsboro, where the Cardinals took on the Callisburg Wildcats. Pottsboro quarterback Zane Pritchett got the surprise snap. Then the umpire got the surprise tackle. Scoreless early, but the Cardinals strike here. Pritchett goes with the quick hitch, and Miles Mitchison does the rest. He's off to the races, 7-0 Cards. Next possession, Pritchett back to work, hits Nate Watson. He slips a tackle, and he's gone for the TD. Cardinals led 14-0 at the break and remain undefeated in district with a 42-6 win over Callisburg. Down I-35 we go in Killeen, where former Ellison defensive lineman Tommy Harris was on hand for the coin toss. As Ellison and Killeen battled, the OU standout played 8 seasons in the NFL, including 7 with the Chicago Bears, where he made 3 Pro Bowl appearances. Killeen quarterback Kenneth Arnold has 100 yards rushing, so why not use the quarterback keeper? 3 yards for the TD, 7-zip ruse. Second quarter now, Killeen to the air. Arnold had 192 yards passing, completing 6 of those 7 pass attempts. Here's Keelan Yates on the receiving end of a TD, 14-zip ruse. Killeen went on to win 40-14, improving to 3-4, dropping the Eagles to 2-6. The Lago Vista Vikings hosting the Rockdale Tigers, who continue to impress with wins over Caldwell, Madisonville, Cameron Yo, and now Lago Vista. 33-21 was your final. Rockdale quarterback Dylan McCartney with a nice pass to Pierce Loth, and that combination would work out great. Even when the backup QB for the Tigers, Tremaine Miles, steps in, there's Loth. Rockdale wins it by 12 to remain undefeated in district. Let's stay in the Super Syntex, where Temple was hosting Hutto in a battle of undefeated 17 5A squads. The Wildcats took it to the Hippos early on, racing out to a 34-14 lead in the first half. But the Hippos did not quit. In fact, Hutto rallied in a big way. Check out Davion Davis, who wears number 6. The Hippos were knocking on the door, down 7, and here comes Davis on the end around, but he stopped just short. Hutto still down 7 when Temple increased the lead to 14 on this 71-yard TD run by Marquise Hatcher. Hutto tried to rally as Davis scored again, but too little too late. Temple wins it 41-34. Talk about a great game. Cedar Park hosting Vandergrift in a key 25-5A matchup. The Vipers jumped on the T-Wolves early with a nice 45-yard TD pass from Jamie Hudson to Paxton Sagina. He stretches out for the touchdown, 7-0 Vandergrift. Cedar Park answered with a TD of their own, this one of the 70-yard variety via the ground. Watch Matthew Redding go as the T-Wolves cut the Vipers' lead to 3. Vandergrift's Travis Brandon can really run the football too, especially up the middle. This TD run of 44 yards makes it 18-7 Vipers. Oh, the shootout is underway again for Vandergrift. Miles Cheatham has found his way into the end zone a lot lately on offense for Cedar Park. This defensive end by trade runs like a fullback. Touchdown, T-Wolves. Brannon's next touchdown makes it 25-15 as the Vipers can move the ball through the air or on the ground. Take your pick. Vandergrift's offense is practically impossible to stop, but the T-Wolves would not go away. In fact, when Chris Hutchings scored a TD, Vandergrift's lead was cut to 4, 25-21. Hudson and Brandon would team up again on this pass play that goes close for 70 yards down the sideline. This TD pass in the corner made it 32-21 Vandergrift. Cedar Park was not done. They cut it to 5 as Amir Alzir takes the ball on the quarterback keeper. And then from near midfield, Hudson finds Peyton Sagina again for a 44-yard touchdown to increase the lead back to 12, 39-27. Cedar Park tried to rally. The TD run by Amir Alzir cut the Vipers' lead back to 5, 39-34. With 35 seconds left, Vandergrift fumbles the ball. Cedar Park recovers. That opened the door for one last chance in the final seconds. The Alzir pass is incomplete, though. Vandergrift survives 39-34 to improve to 4-2. Both teams now 2-2 in District 25-5A. Cibolo Steel squaring off with New Braunfels. The Unicorns seeking a little luck as they would need that against the Mighty Knights, who wasted little time jumping on the Unicorns and taking them for a ride. Quarterback LG Williams connects with Jalen Harris for a TD pass of the 60-yard variety, and it was 7-0 Steel. The Knights of Steel always have strong running backs. Here's the latest, Travell Lumpkin. Check him out as he appears to be stopped in his tracks. But the cutback, and Lumpkin has other ideas as he goes back to the left side of the field. How about a 60-yard touchdown run? 14-0 Knights, just over halfway through the first quarter. Steel's LG Williams continued to impress. So many weapons on this Steel team. This one a 72-yard pass play, 21-0. Steel's Anthony Johnson recovered a punt a bit later, blocked by Chris Boring, and Steel is anything but boring in their 45-10 win. From the Alamo City to the Space City and the greater Houston area, where the top-ranked team in the area, Elkins, was facing upstart Ridgepoint. This was supposed to be an offensive shootout, but defense ruled early on. It's pick six night. Bingo! Ridgepoint led 10-7 at the half. In fact, it was 17-13 after 3 quarters as Ridgepoint pulls the upset 30-21, improving to 7-0, dropping Elkins to 6-1. Humble Summer Creek fans were hyped for their battle with Atascocita, and it's the Eagles' return man, Dominic Harrison, who takes this punt in Summer Creek's territory and returns it 43 yards for the Atascocita touchdown, 7-0 Eagles. Summer Creek at the 45. Quarterback Isaiah Bean finds Corian Ballard, who makes the nice catch at the 30, bounces off a defender, and goes in for 6. Game tied at 7. Atascocita defense now on the pass rush. Watch big defensive lineman Kendricks Burford. He gets the pick off the deflection. Now that's entertainment and concentration. Second quarter, Summer Creek's Bean with the keeper, and he'll pick up big yardage, 40 yards, all the way down to the 34-yard line. Later in the drive at the 4, it's Bean running it in for the TD, 15-7 Summer Creek after the 2-point conversion. Late in the half now, Eagle quarterback Niall Campbell hits Tevon Thompson over the middle, and he'll dive over defenders in for the Atascocita TD, cutting it to 15-14 at the break. Let's fast forward to the fourth quarter. Atascocita at the 14. Quarterback Campbell with the QB draw, and he'll take it in for the score, 20-15 Eagles. Summer Creek trying to go deep on this one, but Atascocita's Ramsey Thunder pulls lightning out of the air and comes up with the interception. How about that nice return back to the 45? Less than 3 minutes now in the game, and fourth down for Summer Creek. Atascocita's Jackson Reed comes up with the sack. Eagles trying to put it away. Patrick Taylor runs it in from 9 yards out. Touchdown, 27-15. Eagles go on to win it. To Henry Winston Stadium as the Friendswood Mustangs were hosting the Clear Creek Wildcats. The Cats came out clawing. Brandon Hauer with the 9-yard TD catch from Chase Hildreth. Landon Edsel also had a big game with a 5-yard TD catch. Clear Creek head coach Darrell Warden has to be pleased with his team's play in district as Clear Creek jumped out to a 34-7 lead and went on to win it 48-21 to remain undefeated in league play. Westside battling the Bel Air Cardinals. First quarter, Westside running back Lauren Easley goes right up the middle, making it look easy, and he outruns everyone 65 yards for the touchdown. Wolves up 7-0. Bel Air answers. Quarterback Trevon Smith, 8-yard keeper, 7-7 after 1. To the second quarter now, Bel Air's Xavier Campbell with the 5-yard touchdown run, and it was 14-7 Cardinals. Then Bel Air quarterback Trevon Smith to Courtney Lark, who goes up and gets it. 10-yard TD, 21-7 Bel Air. The Wolves would come back, though. Lauren Easley with the 5-yard touchdown run, cutting it to 21-14. But just before the half, Xavier Campbell with a 2-yard TD run, his second of the night. Bel Air was up 28-14. Xavier Campbell added a 2-yard TD run, his third of the game, 56-28. Bel Air wins it to improve to 4-3, 3-1 in district play. The Victoria West Warriors, going for their third straight district win, hosted Alice. First quarter action, West getting something going. Jamarcus Gertie, and people getting ready. Great throw and catch by Malcolm Peoples, 36 yards to the Alice 49. So now at that Coyote 16-yard line, Gertie almost tackled for a loss, but he breaks away and scores. Extra point no good. West up 6-0. Second quarter, Alice on the move. Roman Bueno with this 18-yard pickup to the Warriors 42. Muy bueno. A few plays later, Benito Torres in from the 2. Extra point no good. Tie game at 6. Later in the second, Gertie would score from the 1 to put West up 12-6 at the half. And Victoria West goes on to cruise 33-13. Twice beaten Victoria East at undefeated Flower Bluff in Corpus Christi. Hornets quarterback Cody Brewer with the pass to Kevin DeWitt. Then how about Rydell Clayton? Says, I'll take it in from here. The touchdown gives Bluff the early lead. The power play of the game was this beautiful pass from Brewer to Aaron Dilworth for a touchdown. Look at that, like a dime. Flower Bluff wins at 37-10 to improve to 7-0 overall, 5-0 in district. The Hornets are the real deal in 2014. And finally, the Cherokee Indians in blue hosting the Mullen Bulldogs. Little Class A 6-man football for you. Mullen's Mason Weaver weaving his way through the traffic, and he's gone. Mullen won the game 64-12. They have won 3 of their last 4. So that'll conclude our Week 8 of the Power Plays of the Week. We'll catch up with you next week on TexasFootball.com, where Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine continues to be the most respected high school football spread in the Lone Star State.